Good evening. Um, this is a demonstration into the new absence tracker that I've built. I think that it's a powerful tool that streamlines our approach to managing absence, um, and it enhances our compliance and reporting capabilities, unlike a spreadsheet. So I'll get on with the demonstration. Let's start by looking at how the system works. So um, it looks very similar to the old absence tracker. We've got all the current employees who are absent. It's a snapshot from some time ago. It looks very similar to the old absence tracker with a few added columns that we thought we needed. So if you press clear filter here, it brings up all employees that are in the database, including the ones that have returned to work. And then obviously press filter and it filters everybody out who hasn't returned to work. So that's who's currently off at the minute. At the top here, we've got overall short-term absence and overall long-term absence. So this basically counts everybody who is off on that, who is off, short-term and long-term. And then if you go in and upload the rota, this will filter out anybody who is off on the rota. So it gives you whoever is in, whether they're short term or on a long term absence. So obviously these figures aren't correct because it's a snapshot. So if we want to add a new absence, we go to new absence. Please enter all the relevant information to make sure a token absence form is filled in. So it just reminds you of the process of filling that token absence form out. I'm doing the demonstration from home on my MacBook, so the comment section is overlapping the overall absence section, so I apologise for that. But that will it will look right on our systems at home. At work. So add an employee. So let's go down. So Dean Bailey, for example, got his employee number automatically in his team. So your name, the person that's logging the call. Area is a driver. Class, we've also added the actual return to work forms in there. So general illness, mental health, musculoskeletal, and then the other absence that we thought was relevant. So we'll just go to general illness, and he's got a cold. Poor Rob. Sorry, Dean. So save note. It'll automatically bring up a email that we would normally send. So it's going to Castlewood Transport Plan to inform everybody of a new absence. Obviously, compliance is involved in that email as well. So the following employees are absent. Dean Bailey, can you remove him from the plans and the rota? I didn't automatically get this to send automatically. I left it so we could edit, and it's a bit buggy actually like that. So all you need to do is just press send. So it's saying it's successfully been added to the database. You press OK, it takes you back to the front screen. So we've added someone to the database. If we scroll down, you can see that he's been added there. So if we want to add a comment for if he calls in, gives us an update, we'd click on the hyperlink at the side. Then you can see my comment that I've added there. So add a new comment, simple enough. I'm adding the comment because you just called me. Waiting contact, and there's his update. Save comment. It'll give you a message to say it's successfully been added. Then if you go back down there again, click on his name again, you'll see that comment's been added. Now, if you want him to return him to work, you can go back to the front screen after you've added the comment, or just do it from here. Click on the hyperlink again. It will take you back to this screen. Press return to work. It's got all his information there, last contact date, so you can view that. Date and time of the time now. Your name. So Damien. He's returned to work to full duties, blah blah blah. How many working days absence has been off? So he's been off for 15 days, which is over the trigger, or any other amount of days. Has he hit a trigger? Because obviously you can have your occasions trigger as well, so you would need to know that information before you return to work. Yes, he's hit a trigger. And does it count? Yes, it does. So because we've put this trigger in here to say he's hit a trigger, this record will go to the absence review database, which I'll show you in a minute. So save return to work. Automatically brings up the emails we would normally send and a bit more. So Castlewood Transport Planning again, and he has now returned to work. Dean Bailey's returned to work. Can you update the plans and the rota? So we'd send that off normally. That's automated. And another email to say that he's hit a trigger. So I've put it up when the comment section came up and it said, has he hit a trigger? This makes another email, and it sends the email to the team manager and the shift manager's team manager to inform them both that he's hit a trigger and an absence review meeting needs to take place. So success message again, record saved. Is it an absence trigger? Absence review meeting has also been created as the colleague has hit a trigger. So if we go to the absence review, which you can access from here, absence reviews, the two separate things at the minute, but I brought them into one database, just makes sense. And you'll see at the bottom that it's been added to the absence review database. All the manager has to do now is just go into there and add the extra details, but at least we can see who needs an absence review meeting automatically when you return him to work, rather than having a team manager after that go in and enter all these details, and we can see exactly who is due one, and we can keep an eye on that and make sure that everyone's doing what they're meant to be doing in compliance. So absence tracker, go back to absence tracker there. So is return to work. You can also add a, say for example, Gary Beckett there. You can also add a welfare review meeting. I'm going to put an attachments tab on there so we can actually upload the meeting. And we can say that, you know, he's added welfare review meeting and save the welfare review meeting. This goes on to the reports that we're building now. So some of the reports that I want to add is that, you know, is anybody due an absence review a welfare review meeting? So you can pull up a report or give you a list of employees that actually are overdue a welfare review meeting, so it will remind team managers to when they need one. There's lots of other reports that we could probably develop off the back of this, that any senior managers want to know any information. We can look at adding them, but I need some ideas from you guys to implement them reports. Just let me know and I can get them added. There's an admin section as well, so if we go into admin, for now the admin password is admin, and we can add employees. We can change the class of absence, so just update it in there. Status as absence, we can change all that, and then if any new managers join us, we can add managers as well. Obviously, the benefits of using a database, unlike spreadsheets, our database centralizes data storage, which makes it easier to access and manage information from a single source. Also, automated reporting with the database generated reports is really easy. We can quickly pull up reports for any time period, providing us with insights into absence trends and patterns. Also, improve data integrity as well. The database reduces the risk of data errors and inconsistencies, where you can put in a spreadsheet, you can just put type anybody's name, or free types. None of this is free type, so you get that integrity in the data, which is easier to report on. Enhance compliance, so by automating notifications and record keeping, our system supports our compliance efforts, ensuring that we adhere to relevant policies and regulations regarding employee absences. So, all the policies that we've got, we can streamline them. Obviously, we get customized access control, so I can set different levels of access for people. So, say for example, the planners need to access the absence tracker for any reason for planning. I can limit their access, so they would only get, for example, the front screen, or even a report that they can run to say who's off, and it doesn't tell them all the information, all other information, that could jeopardize a GPDR policies. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed the demonstration, and I'm looking forward to your feedback. And if you have any reports that you want me to build for it, I'm more than happy to do that. Thank you.